Alright, a little bit of an update on, just doing a complicated scene. I worked for so I made a blunder and I spent about an hour trying to fix it and I just ended up improvising. Long story short, I'm done with geometry nodes. I made a setup a long time ago that was super cool and now it's like, it's not really functional. Excuse me. So yeah, no more geometry nodes. It's too temperamental for the simple things that I'm doing. I mean, I'm not good enough at it to do it in such a way where it's very reliable and, able to function in different scenarios or whatever. Now, the thing I really want to talk about here is that I made a 2-second clip and it took me 2 hours, so that's 1 hour per second. Maybe it's more like an hour and a half, but still. I spent a lot of time on about 2 seconds of film. Perhaps DaVinci Resolve condensed the clip more than I meant than it was supposed to. It did look like it went by a little fast, and maybe I'll end up stretching the clip, simply playing it longer to like 4 or 5 seconds. That being said, 5 seconds is still a terrible yield for 2 hours. My typical is like 15. Basically like 15 seconds per hour. Now it was complicated. It's basically 5 characters, it's 5 characters, 6 actually. So 5 times 2 is 10. Plus another. Add another 1 for the other guy. So 11. So that's like. Okay. It's like as if it was 11 seconds in 2 hours, or to make it more comparable. So the reason for this number is one of the characters only appears in the last second. He's not in the first second. So then 5 characters appearing in 2 seconds, and then 1 character appearing in 1 second. So for a 2-second video, that adds up to 11 seconds. Because the times when I got 15 seconds, it was like just Manazar. So that makes it, basically it feels like the same speed almost, just because of, how much more complicated it is, especially I had characters reacting to each other as well, so that creates a lot of complexity, but, so it's like 6 interlaced performances. Okay, now that I think of it, yeah, it's actually not that bad. If I had, reduced the quality at all, it would just look like total garbage. So, I will say I'm getting a little more picky, but all in all, I didn't spend that much time on it. I spent a ton of time trying to fix the geometry nodes thing. Maybe I only spent like an hour on it, but let's say an hour and a half. It wasn't 2 hours. So, an hour and a half for 11 seconds is fairly decent. Not that I'm rewriting history or something, I'm trying to get some sanity for where I'm spending my time. No, that geometry nodes thing was a huge mistake that caused me a ton of issues. So I'm not going to do that again. Yeah, so like I was saying, I just want to get some sanity about how much time I'm spending, and I think this was the right amount of time. It was a pretty complicated scene. The other thing is it's the first time I did these kind of interactions. Like, I've never had one character hit another. I've never had one character shoot another. I've never, I really haven't done that much yet. So, it's pretty good. I'm happy. Anyways, yeah, very excited. It's really quite a success. The other parts, I just didn't have as much time. I just felt squeezed the last few weeks, but I think also it was just, whenever there's a dramatically new scene, it just, I don't know, it's kind of stressful to begin to realize it, you know, to materialize it, to render it. But I'm pretty good at just quickly fleshing out some mountains, some hills, whatever. Yeah. In this particular case, so there's these flying creatures, and I have to think about how they're gonna move, which I'm just winging it. No pun intended, but pun intended. So, like, I didn't mean to do a pun, but I'm happy it emerged. So that was kind of a little bit of a challenge. I also have been tending to second guess myself on animation because in the past I would really struggle with it. And now this time I'm doing it. So the other thing is animation layers. I don't know if I'm gonna end up being able to do animation layers if it's gonna work out, because well, okay, if characters walk and then they don't, you know, that could work. If characters walk a good bit and then they stop. But if characters only take a few steps, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. It has to be like a continuous walk. So doing a wobbly couple of steps kind of works and it looks okay. So that, and it's I'm astonished at how, without really dealing with animation principles or doing a lot of practice, I can just go in, lay down some keyframes, and make something decent. So yeah. Anyways, I've also stopped posting videos publicly. I'm gonna stop posting them publicly. I think everyone's now can see enough of it to get a taste of what's coming. But now I think I want to just finish the film. So yeah. I think especially this part I'm doing is so pulse pounding and awesome that I don't want to share it. I don't want to spoil it, you know. Yeah. Exciting stuff. Also, another thing I want to say here, just to have it said, I probably won't even come back to this video anytime soon, but saying it will help me remember it. So when the characters interact, so if I chess piece them around and then it's like where one character punches another, that moment where the punch coming, let's use that example. The punch comes in, lands, there's the impact of it landing, and then the other character is repulsed back. And of course this interaction could be a punch. In this case of what I was doing, it was a kick and then a laser blast, and then an energy blast rather. Wasn't I don't know if it's not really a laser. And then what else? Yeah, and but it could be people talking, like someone says something and the other person is like taken aback. But I think with my text-based, it would be like they would be repulsed after the text bubble goes away, or right as it's about to go away. Probably after it goes away. I've decided if there's text bubbles, they go away and then there's movement. There shouldn't be movement and text. So I decided I'm not gonna do that anymore. It's just too distracting. I think one other thing is there's polygons showing on the back of these alien birds that were involved in the scene. Honestly, they look decent. I don't need it to look better than that, is the thing. You know what I mean? So I think I'm also realizing that if the animation is cleaner, the models can look weaker. the animation is literally what animates it, what gives it life, not the model. Otherwise, it's just a beautiful statue, right? Eventually, I want to do more advanced facial performances. So instead of having basically one face a scene, it'll be like, you know, more faces per scene. I'd love to outsource that to somebody. I'd probably almost certainly have to do that. Maybe I could send the files to Dripta Sen, and she could do it. I really wouldn't mind paying her something to do it, and she'd probably enjoy it and be easy as fuck, and she could make some easy money, or, you know, someone who could just have Blender on their computer and just do it. You know what I mean? But I'm glad to know of one person who could do it, and maybe nah, Julian's too busy. And then, you know, of course, I have an array of friends that have the time to do it, but I think since Dripta does she does 2D animation, so I think it wouldn't be hard for her to have Blender and do. I'll pose such an idea to her. Yeah. So if I get there, right now, I have a lot of other stylistic stuff to try before advanced facial performances. But that's something that will really upgrade my work. And I think I want to have money flowing from somewhere before I pay for anything. I made this error with animation layers, and I think it's the last time I want to make that error. Although animation layers theoretically can be really helpful. Rigify, though, it's turned out Rigify is good enough. I don't need AutoRig Pro. Maybe eventually it'll be better, but it would just take so much time to re-rig everything if it doesn't work perfectly the first time. And I think it's just a lot to expect new software to work perfectly right all at once. So, you know. Anyways, that's a bit of a tangent. So, yeah, I think I discussed everything I wanted to discuss. The hour for 11 seconds is pretty justified. Probably an hour and a half for 11 seconds with all the complexity. And, yeah, hour and a half for sure. And I'm happy about where things are going. So, yeah.